Welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 Fails. Actually, that's how it's pronounced, just Fails. When was the last time I've actually felt enthusiastic to do anything? I was about to say recording, but you know, that also works too, just anything in general. It's the 30th of January today, and I'm like, this month feels like 2 months in one. It's so long. Like this Let's Play. It's just dragged on. This month has really been a drag. A very horrible, long, drawn-out month. So I just watched the previous part, because when I upload, usually I'd have it like play in the background. But, you know, don't always do that. Sometimes I'll just be watching someone else or doing something else and can't be bothered to play in the background. You know, so that it at least keeps it fresh in my mind what actually happened. So I was like, I'll just play that before recording so that I know what exactly happened in the previous part. Because I was like, I knew that I did side quest stuff, but I'm not sure exactly where I left off. And now I know. So, we can leave Tartarus for now, because I cannot be bothered to try to finish that tower persona. So, we're done here, unless... Yeah, we should be good to go. I'll just double check with the request list though first. Let's see. Yeah, there's no time constraints requests at the moment. So yeah, we can go. But before we go, how's our progress? We've explored 240 levels in this tower. We've reached the top of this zone, but I think you can keep going up. What is up there, I wonder? Imagine to get to the top of Tartarus and there's nothing there at all. It's just like, no, it's just a big red herring. You thought Tartarus was going to be the setting for the final boss? Think again. Exam results will be posted today. And we're going to max out the lover social link. And if it doesn't max out, then I know we somehow screwed up somehow along the line. Which would be terrible this late in the game to mess up at this point, honestly. Hey, the results are posted. So yeah, look at the examples. It's like in the previous record session, that's why, well, was it no, it was the one before that. I was reluctant to go to Tartarus, because like, you know, I want to make sure that we max out the social so I can mess up with the whole, you know, having to visit the shrine to keep it boosted and stuff like that. Because if that messes up, then this whole playthrough is completely derailed on one of the social links, which would really suck. Score the highest in your class. Everyone's looking at you. Respect my authority, my intellect. Charms increased even though it's already maxed out. So they remember something. Zero promise to give you a gift if you score the highest. I don't remember promising that every time. Lunchtime is almost over. Still get back to your classroom. And besides, sometimes she doesn't even acknowledge it. You gotta talk to her after school. It's dumb. Right, let's begin. So, Kami, today we'll finally talk about Matthew right here in Japan. But I'm sure you think you're familiar with it already, probably aren't. You think that magic is a dubious subculture is becoming more common? But once swept into the corners of society today with one century of Japan. It can even be said that magic was invented in Japan. Are you sure about that? You know what, actually? I can't be bothered. I'd have to freaking switch from the tab. But you know, I don't know how far back magic goes in history, you know, the idea of it, you know. It goes way back in Europe, you know, in Asia there's also a very long history as well. But when you think back to like the way back in the day, long into the past, when it comes to Asia, you more likely think China. When it comes to the ancient nations. But I know, after all, Himiko, Yama, Taiko, Shisham, Triple use magical Kido. Well, that's the kind of other thing you think about as well, is, you know, you got shamans and stuff like that in cultures. And then, like, you know, in Europe you highlight, you know, you're a witch, burn the witch, and all that. It's like, would they apply to the shamans as well? Because it's like, oh, they're doing devil magic thing and whatever. Yeah, cultures over history are wild. Really use magical Kido to control the country. Sadly, we have no way of knowing what kind of sorcery that was. Maybe she was just very charismatic. Or maybe she was just really good at being diplomatic. Got everyone to get along. The same is true for Prince Oak, who established the centralized deep records on Yoda. Since he was also a shaman. You know, that's another thing is wild. It's like, even in the modern day, you still have the same situation. Getting people to just come together and, you know, form something, you know, a country that, you know, you got established rules and everyone's just kind of on board with it for the most part, you know. It's like countries, you know, back in the day weren't actually as they are now. It's like, even in the day and age, you know, you get countries form or get split in two, or you have like Korea, Germany, and stuff like that. You know, changes over the years. Like China, for example, has a hell of a turbulence, is that the word? Right, history when it comes to that, you know. It's like throughout most of its history, it was split into different, you know, sections where it's like ruled by warlords and stuff like that, you know. It's like there'll come a point where it's like it all gets brought under one control, where it's all kind of like together, and then it splits apart, gets united again, splits apart, you know. It happens like that, it's wild. With origins like this, magic is naturally woven into very sadness. In the Heian period, for example, the bureau of Onmyo was established for Onmyoji, to expel evil spirits and give spiritual advice. May be familiar with that from the legend of Abe no Sensei, which I've never heard of. Except for the fact I've played this game, so technically I've heard this dialogue before, but since forgotten. Even the age of the samurai displayed their arts. Many generals have studied divination and military tactics with visitors. Are you all listening? Don't become mesmerized now. I'll test you to see how closely you've been paying attention. Get wrong, you'll hear more taboo phrases. So I'm coming any camera now. Who to call on? Because I asked you. Why doesn't we always have to stand up when we... Like, you know, when Junpei or somebody else gets called, they're like, huh, what? And they call on us to help them out. But they don't get up off their seat, you know? They don't get out, you know, stand up. We do. What sorcery was Himiko said? Was it Kido? Let me just double check. Kido, yes. Very good. Thank you, Kodama, for that. The trend of trying natural people use the Edo views. The new government formed during the Meiji Reformation to stamp it out. Tsushimi Kado Shinto, which has been revived during the Edo phase. You have correctly answered. Charms agreed to the notion of external language. I've also got to double check if I didn't bother check what was so good. That's one thing I kind of overlooked before, you know, we got. Yeah, because I didn't get that persona back, have I? So have I even got one for the levels? Oh, I don't. Good thing I borrowed the check, isn't it? So what are we going to be needing overall? Let's see, so we're going to need the moon one there. I need the hangman. And I need to get the Empress one. And those are the only ones we really need at this point, isn't it? It's like we will unlock a new social link later on, but it's still a ways away. Actually did pretty well. Now I don't have to be pressed to hold it. How about, look kind of pale? Well, it's not the end of the world, plus you have no cheer up. Well, we're obviously not looking pale because of, you know, the exam, because we did well in that. We're pale because, you know, fuck. You see the scores, man, I blew it. I wasn't last on this, but it's definitely gonna affect my future. Everything's getting dark. I was wondering, in some cases, you know, some people who didn't do all that well in school somehow end up doing all kinds of success in life anyway. There is an element of luck in there as well. And other things. But I feel like luck is a very... I mean, that's the thing with luck. You can't really, you know, have luck. Luck is just, you know, you either have it or you don't. You can't, you know, increase your luck or anything like that. It's not like a video game. You can't just, you know, level up and be like, put my stats into luck. It doesn't work that way. How many personas do I have left to have room for? Just one? That's a bit of a pain in the ass then. Thing is, I can't really even fuse any of them because, you know, it would take up one that I want to keep. So I'm going to have to oh yeah, we can go on the date as well, so we'll do that first, I guess. It'll make things even more awkward, you know, maxing out the lover's social link after, you know, this one. Let's just, I mean, it's pricey, you know. The thing is, I'll have to freaking replace it to, you know, make room for an Empress one anyway, so I'm just gonna go with this, I guess. That being said, I could have, you know, fused it with that other persona, you know, after maxing out a social link. Now it's not gonna be able to fuse anything good, is it? What would it even fuse into? Saki? Let's go on a date. Ah. I've been expecting you. Shall we be on our way?
So, this is the student dormitory where you spend your days?
Well, evenings mostly. Showed Elizabeth your room.
So, this is your room. I've never seen many of these things before.
Well, obviously you've been stuck in an elevator going constantly for God knows how long.
Anyway, regarding my request to visit your room, well, did it make you a little suspicious?
Well, when you say it like that, it does sound a bit sus. But we're very oblivious. Not really.
I see. Actually, I do have something I'd like to talk to you about.
Elizabeth seems unusually hesitant. Sad to listen to Elizabeth's story.
During my forays into your world, I encountered many things. All of them are treasured memories, each one a polished, glittering gem. Walking around the crowded Port Island streets, sampling the local cuisine, idling the hours away at the shrine, even attending your school for a day. That's when I came to a realization. I had subconsciously been requesting to visit places that were more and more central to your life. And so today, I requested to visit the one place in your world that I could learn the most about you. I requested to visit your room.
Look at the protagonist's posture.
If I may be so bold.
It's like, what is up with that posture? Oh, Elizabeth, clasp your hand.
Do you recall the day you gave me a tour of your school? How I mentioned that I felt very fulfilled when I touched you?
It doesn't ring a bell. Actually, it doesn't ring a bell. I can't remember that. But sure, I remember.
It was the first time I ever felt that way. Why did I feel so fulfilled? After coming here, I can finally answer that question. I believe it's because I could feel what you feel and truly experience your life for the first time. We who reside in the Velvet Room wait with great anticipation for guests. Their arrival is our only link to the outside world and gives us a reason to be. By touching you like this, I can have that all for myself.
You wouldn't all like this. See, I don't really get it. It's like, it feels like, they did it in the games afterwards, where, the assistant at the Velvet Room would get a social link, but, it really feels like in this game, they kind of do that in a sense as well. It's like Persona 5 does a similar thing. It's like, you got the social link, which is all about just, fusing personas, but they also have, where you just kind of show them the world around. So you get a bit of that too. But you don't get the social link for it. I still haven't collected the remake. It's because I'm just like, I'm undecided, man, because I've been playing on my PS5 most of these days. So it feels weird to switch back to the PS4. I've got to put the HDMI even back in that one now. Granted, the lead for the controller charger is a lot longer, so that's better. But it's just like, it feels so weird because I've gotten so used to playing on the PS5. But I don't want to play it on the PS5, even though it is compatible. because I prefer how the trophies screenshots work on the PS4 than the PS5. PS5 has that stupid, annoying freaking thing underneath where it curves up. Like, who the hell designed that? Just have the trophy be where it just shows the achievement in the corner of the screen. Don't freaking take up the bar of the goddamn screen with this stupid freaking layer bullshit. It's annoying. But I've gotten so used to playing the PS4, I still haven't got around to it. But, I wonder if they give her a social link. I think it's...
I'll put it more plainly. I'm naive to the ways of your world, and there must have been many times I seemed to act quite strangely.
What gave you that impression? It's not like you acted oddly flirty this whole time. The voice is not really helping either, because that's, you know, clearly very on the nose.
However, even I am not blind to the significance of calling upon a gentleman in his own room. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like you to guide me through it.
Guide you through what exactly? The implications here seem a bit, you know, are they gonna get down to it, or are they just gonna, you know, make out or something and not go to that level? I don't know, because I mean, they obviously wouldn't enjoy it if they actually went to that. I imagine it would, you know, cut to black and then afterwards. But when I played the game, I generally same here. I'm not going to boldly accept. It's kind of funny. In this game, you can't, you know, friend zone the girls in order to max out their social links. And the remake seems to have changed that from what I'm aware. And yet, you got Elizabeth here where you can do that. You know, it's like, no, let's not go that far with this relationship. We're just friends. It's like, yes, but friends with benefits, no. It's like, no, because, you know, well, he's already in multiple relationships because this game just does not know how to handle relationships, but still, that's besides the point. I feel bad, though, because just like, the way he's just like, oh, she wanted to know more, and now he's like, no, sorry.
I understand. I will refrain from asking any further.
You spend time alone with Elizabeth. I mean, it's just how it is, you know.
I feel like a completely different person than the Elizabeth who first stepped into your world.
It's like in any, even when they, you know, introduce the ability to turn down the option to get intimate, you still feel bad regardless each time. Even though that one was really sudden, but she was like, let's get very intimate right now. It's like, it's sudden. I mean, the freaking social link, like Yuko's social link, the way that one ended kind of implied that as well. Okay. It's like, that, the implications, at least it felt like that was the implications there. It's like I'd never maxed out that social link when I really played, because it kept getting reversed. But, back to the point, you know, turning someone down in the games always feels bad. It's like, there are some where it's like, you know, you don't feel bad about it. Everything just kind of feels, you know, everything's kind of neutral. But then you got ones that like, I just broke their heart. And it's like, wasn't it Haru in Persona 5? That one stings each time. It's just like, because she's clearly, you know, wants to be with you, and you're like, no, we're just good friends. And you're like, yeah. Friends. But then you're like, well, outside the social link, you don't really get that connection at all. There's a complete disconnect from the social links and the main story. It's like you don't really see those hints of, you know, a character being into the protagonist that often. It's like, that's kind of why when I first played Persona 5, I was gonna go with Dodo, but I was never maxed out of social link. because on my first playthrough I didn't get the stats maxed out down. You know, because they have a bit of chemistry in a few scenes where I feel like, you know what, it clearly feels like there's something that needs to get. But now I end up going with Katana, because by that point I was the only one that I was able to max out at that point of the female characters. Socially, so I was like, alright, Katana, why not? And then when I played Royal, I can't remember who I went on that one. So I played through Royal. Well, no, actually, I played through Royal once. Oh, yeah, I did Makoto, I think. I went with Makoto one more year. I played through Persona 5, the base Persona 5, twice. I'm so confused when I'm trying to think back to it now, because I've played Persona 5 at least 3 times overall. And I'm pretty sure the second playthrough, it was either the second playthrough or it was Royal. One of the two, I can't remember which, but I went with the Shogi girl at one time. It's like Futaba, Shogi girl, and Makoto. I'm not sure, because I've only played through 3 times, so different one each time. Anyways.
If I stay on this side any longer, I fear I will forget my duties entirely. And that would put you at a severe disadvantage, wouldn't it? That is why I'll draw a line under my visits here and remain on my side from now on. Thank you very much for acting as a guide on my journey of discovery. I'm very grateful. Now then, though the sorrow may be sweet, let us part.
You're headed back to the Velvet Room with these. You seem to have completed a request just a moment while I check. Thank you so much for showing me your room. But you didn't show me, you know, that. About what happened. Excuse me, I suddenly remembered, so please keep what happened in your room a secret from my master. To show my gratitude for indulging my curiosity to the end, I have something truly special for you. With this you can fuse Taradikea. It's a beautiful bird-like persona that guides over the battlefield. Higher and higher it rises. It too is part of you, while I can only gaze at it from below. This will be the last of my requests to explore your world. Thank you very much for everything you've done for me. Please accept the reward. Rainbow Feather. Looks like I could take on the other request, but I think there's going to be some other time-related ones that will happen at some point. Yeah, I've said this before, but I wonder if they'll ever bring Filemon or whatever his name was back. Yeah, it feels like they've, taken such a drastic change from Persona 3 onwards that it feels like they'll never revisit those older ones, which is a shame, because, they have interest in lore, and they just completely ignore those games entirely. It's like, hell, this is the only game that references them at all, really. It's because this is the first game that came after them. You get references on TV and all that, and, you get Mitsuru's family having connections to the Nanjo group, which, one of the main characters in Persona 1, and he also appears in Persona 2, but I've never played those games. But he basically, it was his family, was the Nanjo group that is referenced. And then after that, it's like nothing. Absolutely nothing. Unless, there's been some, subtle hints here and there. It's like, development team being like, oh yeah, the butterfly that you see in Persona 3 and Persona 4, that is Filemon, He's just kind of in butterfly form only now. He's watching over us. And then Persona 5, they're like, nah, that's not him. That was a different thing entirely. So it's like, so did you just forget the character existed? You're just gonna move on like nothing happens? Bullshit, I say. I also find it weird when I think about So I played Persona 1. I'm not sure if it's because I played the PSP remake. Maybe the original PS1 version was different with the combat, but if it was the same as the PSP, then it seems the games that came before Persona 3 had it so you control everyone on the team. And whereas Persona 3 is like, you don't have much control over your teammates at all. It's like, that was such a weird change. Then Persona 4 onwards, you know, they start out that way, but then they actually give you the ability to choose what they do. It's kind of weird they went like backwards in a way with that. The only thing new to say, Observatory Man. I gave up trying to learn about the Observatory. Actually, I learned that there's nothing to learn about. I just can't believe the school built that thing. I mean, why build it if nobody's gonna use it? You know, it's just a set piece, you see? A set piece for Shuji to try to sacrifice us to bring about fall. You know, bringing back the apocalypse because he's completely insane. He thought that he would rule over the new roads, yeah, you know. Cat of hell of an ego. And it's just completely batshit insane. Thought that he was the chosen. I'm waiting for my mother. We're going to Polonia Mall. I need to finish my Christmas shop. Do we even do anything for Christmas in this game? I don't think so. We're gonna be hanging out with that fat guy, moon guy, on freaking Christmas Day. It's gonna be terrible. So what a way to spend Christmas with the fat guy. It's like, it's not because he's like fat that makes him bad, it's because he's just an unlikable asshole. Him being fat is just, you know, it just makes me think of that stupid episode of South Park, you know, where it's like, no, it wasn't an episode, it was that special with the weight loss drugs. And at the end of it, spoilers, everyone agrees, you know, not to make fun of anyone, not to joke about anyone about their weight anymore. And the whole thing is about Cartman being like, no, if they can't call me fat and all that, you got no, then you can't say anything. It's like, well, they can, because Cartman is a complete piece of shit. You know, it's just that the fact, him being fat is kind of, you know, like, you fat asshole. Like, no, now I'm a skinny asshole. Yukari! And Yukari. Now you're welcome back to the shower. I'll come with you. Yukari loves you one time. Let's see how 15. If this doesn't max out, I'm gonna be pissed. I was hoping for that. What, that I'd be pissed? Yukari is blushing. And when I come to my room, okay, it's definitely maxed out. It's like, Elizabeth comes to our room, now we go to Yukari's room, all in the same day. But you know, we rejected Elizabeth's request for a bit more intimacy. We saw where she was going. So you know, at least we had that. You know, don't feel as that. We decided to go to Yukari. I don't know why I said we. I am the voice inside Makoto's head. It's weird because Yukari's social link was one of the ones. I think the only teammate social link I maxed out when I was playing this. And I completely forgot how it actually ends. Because like seeing them just like sat down like that, I'm just like, I don't remember that. It's like I'm sat down in this, well no, actually no, I'm not sat down. Yukari's kind of like sat in that position with the knees, legs facing all the way. Makoto's just kind of like, you know, sitting kind of business-like. I'm sitting more like just regular cross-legs, you know. Storm, Yukari. some reason I'm feeling so nervous, even though it's you. Yeah, it's you. But of course you're feeling nervous. Everyone's in that room too. I hope no one finds out I slept with you. And if I accidentally scream, everyone will hear me. What am I saying? Don't get the wrong idea, okay? Oh. Is that what the implication is? Like, God damn it, man. Too late. I didn't hear anything. It's just way down. Yeah, you got that right. Am I always this crazy? Yukari is laughing and blushing at the same time. We talked with Yukari for a long time. Imagine if that's how it just ended. So like, and not just finally social. Oh yeah, I went to give you something. It's for you. Yukari is giving you a special gift. Then Yukari scrap. Oh no. It's like, oh no! Makoto! Get out now! You know what this is, right? It's a strap to my cell phone. I got it at the opening ceremony for the Moonlight Village. It's been my special keepsake for many years. And since my dad brought it for me. Well, that certainly makes it even more special. We talked to the toy figure attached to it when I was here in my room. And you must think I'm nuts, huh? As I got to know you, Makoto, I talked to my little friend let me this. That's not the reason I gave it to you, though. It's so that you can have it for, you know, a ability to use the strongest persona of the lover, and then do the same thing on the New Game Plus with the get-go. I'm only going to say this once, okay? Makoto, you and I love you. Probably voice acted in the remake. Sure, I said it. Yukari has professed her love for you, and it seems she wants your love in return. And how does Makoto feel about this? A mysterious voice rings in your head. It's like, god damn, man, everyone's just constantly being like, love me, I love you. It's like, I'm not Barney the dinosaur, man. That's I and I am thou. You know, and I should have just named the protagonist Barney. That would seem odd even without that, just for the sake of a stupid joke, you know. It's like, wait, you're Japanese, right? And your name is Barney. It's like, how'd that happen? It's like, you know, my parents, they wanted to give me non-Japanese names, so they went with Barney. The bond thou hast nurtured have finally matured. The innermost power of the lover's arcana has been set free. We bestow upon thee the ability to create spell, the ultimate form of the Lover's Arcana in this game, and I think in Persona 4 as well, but I'm not sure if Persona 5 also has it as the ultimate or not. I think it was the ultimate one in 4 as well, I'm not sure. Been maybe about a year, I guess? Almost, since I, you know, played Persona 4 Royal on my PS Vita. So it's not as fresh in my mind as it was. Feels weird, you know. Persona 4 was the first game I ever played in the series, and that was over a decade ago. Possibly even close to, well, now. Well, it might be close to 2 decades ago. I can't remember. That's the thing about Persona 4. I can't remember how I even came across that game. Because either for my birthday or Christmas, something like that, I just like picked it out for some reason. It might have been like, because back in the day, before, you know, we had the internet, it's like, if it's not in the Argos catalog, it doesn't exist. That's why there's so many PS1 games I never got to play. Because, you know, didn't have a way of playing it. Same for PS2 as well, but, you know, it still had many PS2 games. But, you know, I can't remember how, it's the same thing with Final Fantasy X. It's like, I just can't remember how I came across it. It might have been in the ARGS catalog and it might have just caught my attention. Like, let's go see what that is. Or maybe I heard about it from someone. I can't remember. By the way, you know, I played Persona 4 and Final Fantasy X. You know, either in the late 2000s or early 2010s. I can't remember which. I definitely recall playing Final Fantasy X in the mid or late 2000s now. And I imagine it was probably similar for Persona 4 where it was like late 2000s, but I unarmed toucher. Yukari talk about social link has reached its maximum level. Point is like after all those years, then I go around about actually playing the enhanced version, which I'd owned since I got a PS Vita years ago. I just never got around to it. You have mastered the Yukari talk about social link. Your power to create personas of lovers arcana has reached its maximum. You have forged a bond that cannot be broken. The lover's social link is at its maximum level. You can now create an earth level spell. Well, this is over. We should do something fun, don't we? Let's go skiing. Let's do the Persona 4. Persona 4. What was it called again? Rain Toss. Persona 4 Golden. Yeah, that's what that is called. You know, it's like where we go on a skiing trip, and during the skiing trip is where we get the extra stuff, the extra scenario, which does it better than Persona 5. I've said it before, but I never played Persona 4 Golden until last year. But I liked how they didn't interrupt the main story in the same way Persona 5 did with Royal. Because it's like a bits and pieces in between the main story, okay, it doesn't really kind of fit together, but at least it doesn't happen at the very end, but then it does, it happens at the very end. You beat the final boss, ending should follow, but it doesn't, because it's like an added DLC scenario. It doesn't make sense, it just feels out of place compared to the main story. It really does just feel like a spin-off or a DLC. And it kind of feels jarring, it kind of fucks up the tone of the ending. It changes the tone entirely. It goes from, this idea of, being a rebel, and being true to yourself and all that, to simply being like, everyone's got their own thing going, so, everyone just get on with their lives kind of that instead. Which is a complete tone shift from the original Persona 5 then. And it bugged me. When in Persona 4, they have it before the true final boss. It's like, you do defeat the final boss, but it's not really the true final boss. Because, you could end the game there, but, it's not the true final boss. Even in the original Persona 4, it wasn't the true final boss. So I like how the true final boss still takes place at the very end, so it feels fitting to conclude the story. It still bugs me, man, Persona 5 Royal doing that. It should have just been a spin-off game. I mean, they've already made many spin-off games. It's like, the story's nice and all. It just kind of fucks up the tone of the original story. It's having it kind of slammed together. I don't make any plans for that, okay? Let's spend some time together. Let's do this. Oh, I'm blushing, aren't I? We shared a special evening with Yukari. When I originally played the game, this was the only one of the female social links I maxed out.
Oh, hey!
So, it doesn't make the protagonist seem like a complete sleazeball getting with all the girls, So I felt like, especially once I got to the answer, I felt like, yeah, that's the canon relationship, the protagonist and Yukari. It feels like if there's any canon relationship for the protagonist I've had, it feels like it's either Yukari or Iris tend to be the two that, most people home in on as being the most likely. The other ones just seem entirely less likely. It is December 21st. Well, less than 10 days until New Year's Eve. For some reason I'm not scared at all. Well, maybe I'm scared a little. I'm still gonna fight. When I lose, I'm gonna give it my all. It's like, you made up your mind, you won't lose. Except for, if we do lose, we lose everything. Because we'll all be dead. I would say imagine that for an ending, but technically that is an ending, it's more of a game over ending, but a bad ending. So we could all die. I don't know, because like I've never chose the bad end once we get the choice, but you know, I imagine that's what happens. Everyone just kind of gets on with things, forgetting everything that happened, and then just abrupt end that doesn't show everyone just died. Although that would make for a very dark moment. No choice but to go. The answer was in front of me the entire time. I mean, for God's sake, it was on the menu. There was the journey, which we're currently on, and then the answer.